It's Homebrew, coming at you with a beer review. Today I have got, I love the name on this, I've got Dragon's Milk. That's right, this is Dragon's Milk from New Holland Brewing out of Holland, Michigan. And this one came to me from Intermezzo 1257. I need to mention, however, that I did get a bottle of this over a year ago from Matt, from Mad Bomber Brewing. Matt, I have not forgotten. And I've been aging that one. That's I think a 22 ouncer he sent me. I'm aging that, and Chris and I are going to start emptying out a lot of the huge amount of bottles that we have set aside that have been aging later this spring and summer. And I'll be pulling it out then. But this one came to me, I think, in the November time frame from Intermezzo 1257, as I said. So we're going to try this. This is an Imperial Stout. It's a bourbon barrel aged Imperial Stout. It's 10% ABV and 31 IBUs. I've got a list here of the malts. So this one has two-row, Munich, caramel, crystal, black, chocolate, those malts, as well as flaked barley. It is hopped with Glacier and Nugget and has an American ale yeast. So we'll get this one cracked open. I want to mention that the term Dragon's Milk is a 17th century term which refers to is describing a strong beer, one that was primarily made for royalty. And this particular Dragon's Milk was bourbon barrel aged for 120 days. So the appearance on this, well, very thin ring on the head, not a lot of head. And you saw me, I poured it pretty aggressively. It's pretty much black. It really is. I think there's just the slightest brown hue in it, but as you can see, that's black. Let's get a nose. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay. You immediately get the chocolate, the bourbon, the roasted malts on it. Oh, yeah, and you get some dark fruit on that too. I definitely get some raisin, vanilla. Oh, a little bit like a black cherry on it. Oh, that actually smells dang good. With those dark fruits and the vanilla, you know, and the oakiness on it, and the bourbon, along with, like I say, some dark cherry and raisin. Interesting mix. I get a little bit like a dark chocolate, but also something leaning towards a milk chocolate. Wow, you know what else? I am actually pulling off like some tobacco and some leather off this as well in the aroma. I wasn't expecting that. But it is there. It is definitely there, and a little bit of molasses as well. Wow, this is a fantastic aroma. Cheers, let's dive in. Okay. That's good. I think I like it. The mouthfeel is not as big as what you would think. It's medium to the full side of medium. In it, the carbonation is kind of light to medium on it. It's kind of smooth, lightly creamy, but more on the smooth, silky side, and slightly syrupy, I would say. But everything I described before is there. You get a little bit of booziness. You definitely know that there's some bourbon in that. You get a hint of the oak character, but only a hint of the oak character. But again, the bourbon is there. But you get this, the chocolate on it's interesting. It's a light chocolate. And it almost does give like not so much a creamy texture, but a cream taste. Along with that chocolate, a hint of coffee on it, a little bit of molasses, a little bit of the raisin, a little bit of the leather, and a little bit of the tobacco, but they're very light in the background. But a very fun beer. All right, I'm gonna take a little time with this and we'll come back with some ratings. Oh, I've taken a good bit of time. It's just about gone. I've been sipping slowly. A nice beer, enjoyable beer. I will say it's very boozy. You definitely get the alcohol on this beer, that's for sure. It's funny because the name, when you hear Dragon Milk, I understand the meaning. Yes, it's high octane. It's made for royalty. it gives you the idea that you're going to be getting like a milk stout, which this is not what this is. It's a bourbon barrel stout, that's for sure. It's an Imperial stout. So from Imperial Stout, I think it's very, very good. I'm gonna put it right on that border of the A minus, B plus. I'm gonna put it at a 90. And overall, it's very good. I'm gonna go just slightly lower to an 88 on my overall. But like I said, it's a very pleasurable beer. I think I want more roasted malts on this, you know, and I want more body, but for an Imperial Stout, I expect a little more body. But it's a really very, very good beer. I know that many people have had this one on the East Coast. If you haven't had it, I would encourage you to try this one. You won't be disappointed. An excellent beer. Here it is again. This is the Dragon's Milk. Gotta love the name. From New Holland Brewing out of Holland, Michigan. And this is Kevin from Clements Homebrew saying, life is too short to drink cheap beer, and I will see you in the next beer review.